So we'll start off with 2 minutes from each candidate explaining why they should be the VP Welfare. When you're ready.
So hi, I'm Lily. For the past 8 months, they've been incredible. We've achieved so much together already. I've already been on laying the foundations of a whole university approach to the mental health crisis that students face. This will include a review of all the funding, activities and services available throughout the entire university to students. We need evidence-based support, we need funded services that are as diverse as our student body, we need tangible change, and we need a solid commitment from UCLan to make life better for students. So vote me for putting student mental health first. We've had so many successful collaborations with outside organisations this year to give us access to free HIV testing, condoms, alcohol and drug support, puppy rooms, loads of freebies and workshops. We're going to be working on LGBT History Month 2019 in Lancashire as well as representation on a higher level. So vote for me to continue, so that we can continue to bring in more resources, support and advice to students. And finally, let's get political, basically. Every single one of us has the power to make change and to create successful movements for the benefit of students. And when we understand that our welfare and liberation of students is tightly linked to the political landscape that we live in, we'll actually start to make change. We need to know how we students can contribute our ideas and experiences in the development of policies and programs to make sure that our priorities as students are reflected. Political decisions directly affect our experience as students, from tuition fees to new office for students, the higher education regulator that just does not seem to want student representation. We should be angry that MPs overwhelmingly turn out for debates about their pay, but you can't seem to find them when it's about debates about mental health provisions and eating disorders. And that's something that we know UCLan students really care about. Although we have to remain neutral on political parties, we do not have to remain neutral on issues. We need to make sure that as a union, we are challenging university leaders, the government, and ourselves to make sure that we are truly democratic and we're making grassroots movements and putting students first. And this is why you should vote for me again and re-elect me, Lily Green, as your #1 Vice President Welfare.
So now, questions from the audience. We've got a fair few to get through, so I'll be as quick as I can. How will you prevent online abuse to and from other student members in general?
Okay, sorry, go on. I'm currently already working on the project Yes to Respect, and one of the big things I really want to push over the university is this reports and support system that has actually already been started at Manchester University. It's a really kind of simple system, has really easy reporting mechanisms and support kind of available and clearly advertised. So I would basically push this with the university like I already am doing so, and really highlight exactly what things like online harassment is, what constitutes online harassment, continue to work with the UCLan Student Media Charter, continue to work with our Advice Centre, which is actually a third-party reporting hate crime centre. So I'd really, and also the hate crime project manager that we recently hired there, to make sure that we're getting the message out to students about how they can protect themselves online, and also how they conduct themselves online, to make sure that when we are having, for example, debates about politics, or we're having debates about liberation movements, that we are constructive and not doing anything that actually constitutes harassment.
Okay, thank you. Next question. How will you work to help disabled students apart from working with the disability rep?
So I've actually recently done some campaign, for example, the Invisible Disability campaign, Beneath the Surface, with students that weren't, so it wasn't just the disability rep. So I already work with and continue to work with students that identify themselves as being disabled. I've also made sure to bring in members of the master plan to things like our Disabled Students Network so that we can get the answers that we need already. And I continue to hope to represent students when we come to issues when we're talking about things like shared spaces, and continue to do that really on the levels that we need it at. So I guess really I'll just continue to do what I'm doing, which is talking to students and regularly consulting with students about so many aspects that are involved with disabilities, invisible disabilities, mental health, all that comes under that, and making sure that students are getting what they need and that their views are represented.